In the year 2028, there is no such thing as the United States of America. We all live in a constant state of chaos, poverty, slavery, war, fear, and murder, while under the iron thumb of the leader, whom we no longer call president. Our Alpha and Omega is what this world knows her as, being that she is a ruthless and sinister dictator. This world is dark, and only the privileged few are deemed worthy to live a dignified life, while the 80% left live in hell. We are Blackstorm, a beacon of hope, a light in a world that is far gone. Blackstorm was constructed by ex-military, ex-Secret Service, spies, and the best tech minds that have not become corrupted. This dictator's time is coming to a ceasefire, and we will bring them to their knees, then make them drown in the blood of the innocents that were lost. Let's go back to before Blackstorm was what it is, before the world was fucked up and everyone was living in the free world. That's laughable. No one was ever free if you think about it. All stuck in a routine, living paycheck to paycheck, living how the government dictated. It's admirable how long we were fooled, how the masses were fooled, and how easy it was to take that false world and change it overnight. Well, not literally overnight, but looking back, you can say it happened just that fast. Max, short for Maximum, which was his name when the world was bearable all those years ago, military raised and joined himself at 20, made special ops at a young age. The powers that be must have began to see him as dangerous, too free-spirited, a threat to the future of this world, because before he knew what hit him, he was in prison with no recollection how or why. That is where Blackstorm was born, where the revolution was bred. This prison didn't house your regular criminals like the occasional drug dealer or murderer. It housed everyone the new government felt would be a threat to their dark, new world order. Men and women were stored together, and the ones who mated never saw their offspring once born. Many took their own lives. Don't blame them. Max was close himself at times. Until Max came to a revelation, or in better terms, his memory came back. Why kill himself and let the enemy live? See, he never was the one to believe in a higher power or the saying, everything happens for a reason, until now. He knows why and for what he was thrown onto this earth, to live through this moment in history and face what has come in his path. Finally, Max knows why his enemies fear him as Rookie Maximum. He is the judge on this earth, and the judge declares war. 2025, Nova High Security Prison in Maryland. Screams of agony are all you hear coming from the factory. The factory is what the numbers call the place you're taken to give birth and be experimented on. Anyone who makes it back is just a meat casing. Their minds are gone. Max has been the only occupant in his cell for the year since he moved into his new home in 2023. As Max sat on his cot against the stone wall listening to the cries and screams from the factory, it happened. The sounds of the tumblers turning and then the iron door opening. Max opened his eyes and saw the guard shove in a woman. "Get in there," the guard says, the smugness in his voice on full display as he smacks her ass. In a blink, the woman had the guard on his knees, crying out in pain. "Raise your hand to touch me again, and I'll eat it." She pushed him out of the cell, and the iron door slammed shut. "Well, remind me not to touch you," Max said as she turned and walked to her cot. She just observed him and didn't really say anything. When she finally spoke for the first time, Max was shocked. There had been no exchange of words between the two from the first day she was placed in his cell 2 months ago. The night the two heard the newborns at the factory crying, she spoke. "Do you still dream?"